One very difficult trivia question for you. Answer it correctly, get major prize and secondary prize. Need help? Get it from our panel. Dave, Chris, Tim, or Biggie. Or go multiple choice. Once you do that, you only get the secondary prize. We have a very special guest as our first player. He's Traveling Man.
Oh.
Now, Traveling Man, a couple of things to say about him. First of all, he wrote last week's Pyramid Games and did very, very well.
Oh, yes.
A couple of them at least. And does that quite often. He's a big-time P1 and contributes to this program. And he just wrote that, true to his name, he'll be traveling to, I want to say Norway, because his daughter's getting married. Did I get that right, Traveling Man?
100% right. I'll be there next week.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Good for you.
We're very proud of her.
Yeah, that's
Have you
great.
been to Norway before?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, okay. All right.
Is she marrying a Norwegian?
Norwegian.
She is. Yes. She's marrying a Norwegian. Yes.
She's marrying a Norwegian. Okay, great.
Isn't that a shoe?
Okay.
Yeah, it is. She'll be a Travwegian.
I prefer Norwegian.
Yeah, those Norwegian women are great.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Beautiful
And
blonde.
the Norwegian guys, of course. Well, congratulations, Traveling
awesome.
Man. Good for you. Have a great trip.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Here's your question. 30 years ago, there were just under 2,500 Kmart stores in the world. Within two, how many are there now?
Oh, geez. In the world.
In the world.
Within two.
Within two.
100.
No. 6.
Oh, 6. I was going to say
16.
2.
I had 6 in the world. Isn't that crazy?
Yes, it is crazy because they were everywhere. I
know.
remember this town had 4
I know.
when I moved here.
Everywhere.
4 Kmarts.
We played wiffle ball in the Kmart parking lot.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
We played, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And Dick's Sporting Goods, we played wiffle ball. Listen,
Well, they were under
under construction,
construction.
with Dick's,
Yeah.
but Kmart was open. Thank you, Traveler
True.
Man. Listen, in the 90s, if we weren't playing Trivial Pursuit, we would play in wiffle ball.
As, you know what young guys do.
That's what guys do. Exactly.
I was working in the Kmart.
Yeah, you worked at Kmart.
I worked there in the 80s.
Did you run it? Oh, you weren't. Because we got run off from Kmart.
Yeah, we did.
Remember, the security would come out.
Yeah, they ran us over to Dick's Sporting Goods, which was under construction at the time. There are 6, 3 in the U.S. Virgin Islands, 1 each in Kendale Lakes, Florida, Long Island, New York, and Guam. There are 2 left in the continental U.S.
Where did it start?
Well,
Michigan.
is that right?
Yeah.
So nothing there.
It used to be called Kresge, which is where they got, that was the guy's name, Kresge, and then they changed it to K because nobody could say Kresge.
You know,
And,
it's funny how like Kmart just and Sears, dominates, and you think
Sears for a longer period of time.
yes, and then you think nothing will ever replace. Then Walmart comes along and they go away,
Well,
and then you think nothing will replace Walmart, and Amazon.com comes along and Walmart struggles.
you know what Kmart did too. At least they were the first ones to have like a super Kmart. I remember where it was
Yes, they
groceries
were.
and
Yes, they
because
were.
my parents were just blown away that we could go to the same place for groceries and all the
Yes.
things we normally get
Yes,
from Walmart. So we became super Kmart shoppers immediately.
and then Walmart had to follow suit.
Bingo.
And when they did, when Walmart got groceries, I thought this will never work. Walmart was known
Yeah.
only for this.
A lot of people did.
I thought this will not work, and now it's like they're the number one. Them and Kroger, they're right there with them. It's the groceries. It's incredible. But Walmart, even though Amazon has come along and of course cuts into it, they're still strong. Walmart.
Walmart's a little bit better on their delivery stuff now. They've really improved.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's still, you pay a fee, you get the free, they'll say free 2-day shipping. But what Walmart does is if it's local in a store, they'll have it to you that day.
They just bring it to you.
They'll just bring it to you.
Here's
Well,
your ice cream cone.
Well, they had to. They had to compete with Amazon. They had. To
I told you I've ordered stuff that makes you feel stupid because it'll be something for $5. It'll be like, oh, I'll get that in 2 days. But they'll send someone out with it if it's local.
They'll bring you a gallon of ice cream.
Yeah, if you order,
some ice cream.
6-pack of Diet Coke.
I'm not going to go get it.
seriously,
Yeah, they'll do that.
If it's in the store, they'll get it to you that day.
Well, what stores have had to do, obviously, is Sam's, Walmart, whoever. You can order it, they can deliver it, or you can just pull right into their parking lot and get it. You just pull up, and it really is. It's true. That's
Kmart's gone. And didn't Sears buy Kmart? Or Kmart bought Sears?
Yeah.
Before they ended,
did.
both of them ended?
They did. But Sears is still here. We have a Sears.
It's closed.
Dude,
It's been closed.
Bro.
it's literally in rubble.
It's torn down.
Yeah.
It's a pile of rubble.
When did they close the Sears?
It's been closed
Yeah.
for
2.5 years.
Just last week they started tearing it down.
they were in
You better
clearance.
hurry if you want to see the wall.
They were
Wait,
in closeout
what?
clearance for 2 years.
Man, you really are just living on this place.
Nobody told me they closing Sears.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
never go over there?
I didn't read it in the News and Record.
Well,
When they go, you wouldn't. Let me run by the News and Record and pick up a copy.
Yeah,
I got
run
more
by the
bad news.
headquarters.
You better hurry.
More and more each day you're turning into, nobody told me.
What? Nobody said that Sears was closed.
It's gone.
What are they putting there?
Well, don't know
I
yet.
don't know what they're putting there. They got to put something there.
Yeah, don't go to try and get a battery or get your tires
I
changed
was
there.
going to get something from Sears.
What's your standard reply? Mixed use?
It's mixed use. That's what's going to be there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you got to put up? Oh, mixed use.
Yeah,
mixed
I talk to
use.
the people downtown that are in the know and do the building and stuff. Oh, it's going to be mixed use.
Oh, I
I'm
see.
like, that's such a bunch of BS.
Is that apartments along with or retail space?
Sure. It's,
Oh,
yeah,
we don't
you
know.
betcha.
I don't know what it is. All right.
It's just a term.
Let's go to Bud. Hello, Bud. How are you?
I'm living the dream. How are you?
Reeling. They closed the Sears. I don't know if you know. They closed the
Where are you
Sears.
supposed to get your Craftsman?
I'm shocked.
Your Cheryl Teagues
Exactly.
wear.
Where am I getting? Exactly. Here's your question. Sammy Byrd of the 1932 New York Yankees is the only person ever to play in a World Series and also play in what other major sporting event?
32. That's a little before my time. I'm going to need some secondary help, I believe.
Well, you better get Chris Demm if you want somebody around in 32.
That's my choice.
That's your guy. That's your guy. He was there. He knows.
Them don't like that.
Sammy Byrd of the 1932 New York Yankees is the only person ever to play in a World Series and also play in what other major sports event?
1932.
Yes.
Yeah, it predates the NFL.
Yes. Well, okay.
Well, there was no Super Bowl.
That's right. That's true.
The Masters golf tournament.
He says the Masters golf tournament.
That sounds reasonable. I'm going to rock that.
What?
That is correct.
Oh,
That is correct.
Sammy
What a
Byrd.
get. What
That's
a get.
awesome.
Sammy Byrd played briefly for the New York Yankees. They won the World Series in 1932. He was on the team. He quit after that season to turn pro in golf. He won 11 tournaments and finished third at the 1941 Masters.
Wow.
Dang.
I wonder what tournaments he won.
Unbelievable. A professional baseball player to a professional golfer. That is unbelievable, isn't it?
Huh.
Well, Sammy Byrd, he should be more well known.
I bet he played here.
He probably did back when
Sam Snead.
Sam Snead was winning all those tournaments. That's right.
Byron Nelson, all those guys were around.
Shopping at Sears afterwards.
Yeah, they were shopping at that. Well, that Sears wasn't even around then.
Yeah.
It still isn't.
The man got in their club's mail order.
That's
right.
That's right. Zach, hello. How are you?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning. Great. Thank you. What was dreamed up by the writers of the Superman radio show in 1943 so the voice actor who voiced Superman could finally take a vacation?
The Hulk.
It is not the Hulk. It's a good guess. Christian, I bet you know this, or Dave.
Could you read it one more time, please?
Yes. What was dreamed up by the writers of the Superman radio show in 1943 so the voice actor who voiced Superman could finally take a vacation?
I want to say Batgirl.
It is not
No,
Batgirl.
not Batgirl. It's going to be either Wonder Woman or Superboy.
It's not a person. Kryptonite was dreamed up by them so that the voice actor, Kryptonite came in contact with Superman
Made him weaker.
and he just groaned for the whole episode, so the voice actor who usually did it could leave.
So they didn't run anything that week?
No, that's right. They had a show, but Superman could only go.
So the radio people came up with it, not
That's
the
right.
comic book
Not the
people?
comic book. The radio show in 1943 came up
wow.
with it. That's pretty interesting. That's where Kryptonite came from. They said we need something to knock him out so our guy can take a
So
week.
there were other actors on the show.
Yes. So they did the story around him, and Superman could only go, and it wasn't the usual actor
Yeah.
because he had no dialogue because Kryptonite had knocked him
He
flat.
got the week off.
Yeah. Interesting. Let's go to Suzanne, who's on to play. Hello, Suzanne. How are you?
Great. How are you guys? Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Here's your question. There were 3 astronauts on board Apollo 11, the craft that put the first man on the moon. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and...
Oh, my God. I should know this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the panel.
Do you want Dave or Biggie?
Dave.
Dave Aiken. There were 3 astronauts aboard Apollo 11, the craft that put the first man on the moon. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and...
Well, he didn't go on the moon. I think he drove the vehicle around the moon while the boys went down and danced. Michael Collins.
He says Michael Collins, Suzanne.
I'll go with it.
He's right. Michael Collins. who is forgotten sometimes because he didn't actually walk on the moon. That's right.
Yeah.
But didn't you tell me once that he preferred to be up? He liked driving
in the orbiting.
In the orbiting.
So he was a pilot.
That's right. So he did not touch the moon, but he was over the moon.
That's right. I think he only went once. That one
I believe
time.
so. He was not in another Apollo mission.
Right. But the three that put Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on it, the third was Michael Collins.
Yep.
Justin, hello. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, guys. P1.
Good morning. Thank you. In what year did the Berlin Wall fall?
1986.
It is not 1986.
Close. A little later.
You know it, David.
Well, I'm between 2 years. Is it 89?
It is 1989.
I was going to say 90 too.
I can place myself where I was because I was at Appalachian and I was at the library studying. I walked back to my dorm and my roommate said, "Look at this," and it was on TV.
Yeah,
it had happened.
Yeah,
I was at Kmart.
It was a surreal scene.
Yeah,
because it came. I remember the scenes, the videos from night.
Yes.
And people were just knocking chunks of it out.
Mm-hmm. And like sitting on it.
Climbing all over it.
And Peter Jennings was there and Dan Rather. They were all.
I think Brokaw went first.
Brokaw was the first one.
That's right. And because he knew he got like inside information that something was happening and it happened. That's a pretty incredible piece of history.
It was a big deal. I'm surprised it wasn't as big. It should have been bigger, it seems to me. It got some coverage, but.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They were there.
Of course, there was CNN.
Live on the.
That's about all there was.
They were on the wall. Brokaw and the rest were there, as you said.
Yeah.
You were at Kmart.
Yeah.
Look how Kmart plays such a part in your life. And
but you know what? I never went into Kmart until I started working there in college. And then when I left Kmart, I never went back in.
Did you like Kmart?
Did you get a discount?
I think it was like a 15 or 20% discount. I liked the people that worked there. They were very nice, very down to earth.
Were you in a department per se?
Yeah, I was in the men's department. I put a lot of underwear on the shelves.
Okay.
And then I worked over in their little deli for a little bit too.
Probably wore your underwear.
Yeah, you probably did. For the looms.
Put an extra £1/4 on there for you, sweetie. I weighed it before I printed the ticket. That's for you.
They did. They used to sell deli ham.
There you go, sweetheart.
Yeah.
That's you, Dave.
Slicing ham.
I like that.
Scooping popcorn.
I like it. Austin, hello. How you doing?
They had.
Good. How are you guys doing?
There's ash in the popcorn again.
Doing very well, thank you.
And icy.
Here's your question. Yesterday, we were talking about pitchers striking out 20 batters in a Major League Baseball game in 9 innings. There's only one pitcher who's ever done that twice. What pitcher has struck out 20 batters in a Major League game, 9 innings, twice?
I missed yesterday's show because I worked that shift, but I'm going to guess Justin Verlander.
It is not. Justin Verlander. That is a good
Strong
guess.
guess.
It is, do you know?
No.
Roger Clemens.
Mr. Clemens.
He did it early in his career in '86 as a rookie with the Red Sox, and he did it in '96 also with the Red Sox in his third to last start for Boston, right before he left to go, I believe, Toronto after that. But he pitched 20. I know it was the Mariners the first time around. I forget who it was the second time. 20 strikeouts twice in only 9 innings. Incredible. Danny, hello. How are you?
All right. How you guys this morning?
Doing very well, thank you. Here's your question. What book was originally called Forks, like the town where the story starts, until the author's agent convinced he or she to come up with a catchier title?
I guess I'll take the panel because I have no clue.
Well, Biggie's the one left on the panel, but he's good for this one. What book series was originally called Forks, like the town where the story starts, until the author's agents convinced him or her to come up with a catchier title?
I was on the phone. You'll have to read that again. I know. Doing my job.
What book series was originally called Forks, like the town where the story starts, until the author's agent convinced him or her to come up with a catchier title?
Easy. Twilight.
Easy. Twilight, Danny.
All right, let's go with it.
Hey, way to go, Biggie.
I knew you'd know it.
Yeah, you only had to say it once.
I knew you'd know. I darn said it 3 times.
He didn't know if he didn't know to yell at me or not there, because if I'm on the phone, it means I'm working, so he can't yell. But if I'm not listening to him, he also wants to yell at me, so he's in a real tight spot.
I'm sorry. Apologies. I accidentally hit Crying Kid instead of music that should be played here.
But it was fitting.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
He didn't know which way to go on that one.
We have no more time. We have no more time left. That's it. That's it for today's game.